Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're playing with another Valentine's Day past palette. I think it's Valentine's Day. It's either that or maybe like Veterans Day. I mean, I really don't know what else it could be, but it's Too Faced Major Love. And I kind of can see it going for the military because of the packaging, but then there's love. So I'm like, maybe they'd combined it. It could have been. So this is the look we're going to do today using this palette. It's okay. The palette itself isn't really quite my color story. It does go well with the packaging and stuff and the theming. It's just not mine. It also kind of looks like it could be rainforest sort of kind of vibes. And though it has a pink, in which I love the pink, and it has a brown, the shimmer shades really just aren't my cup of tea, basically. It's green. We all know how I feel about green. Now, as far as the lips go, I was just sitting here and I had this Pat McGrath Elson 2 sitting in front of me, this little mini. And I was sitting here looking at it and I was kind of brought back to my grandma. And she always had a red lip. She had red hair too. But she looked good with a red lip, don't get me wrong. But like, I don't even know how she wore that. I sit here and think, I was so young, but I was trying to remember like what brand it even was that she wore or what it even looked like. And I can't really remember. I just remember a red lip all the time. Like, just slap it on and go. And I'm like, now looking at it, I'm like, how? Now, I did just slap this on and I was going to take it off and I was like, we're just going to do the video with it. I don't personally prefer red because I know it's going to go into my lip lines and it's going to go everywhere. Even with a lip liner, like you have to babysit a red lip, And to me, I have to anyway. I don't know about everybody else. But I know my grandmother did, and she was a nurse. She was always on the go. She didn't babysit her makeup. And she just put it on and go. And I'm like, now looking, I'm like, how did even, like, was lipstick different then? I don't know. But I am enjoying this color, and it's a matte feel, but it's a very comfortable matte. It's not transfer proof, but not much is coming off, and it seems to be soaking into my lips nicely. So I am going to see how long this wears, and before it becomes a mess. And of course, I'm talking a lot during the video, so who knows. Bronzer is, what bronzer is it? The Too Faced Golden Cocoa Bronzer. Look, y'all. Do you see it? I hit pan. I have pan. I'm so excited. And then I decided I'd try out the Georgia Peach. Hold on just a second. All right. I'm going to try. I tried the Georgia Peach because I tried the, what is that one called? Peachin one. Now I don't know if they still carry all the older brands like uh, Georgia Peach, Sugar Bomb, Rockstar, like all those older blushes, or if it's just the new ones. I'm not for sure, but it comes in the old packaging, obviously, and it's like Peachin, but it's more. Well, there is a like a shimmer to it, and it's not a matte, and it's like the peach is really peach. This one is more like a tan peach in a way. It really goes nicely. I think this would be a great summer color. I don't know why I never got into Benefit blushes that much because in all honesty, I really do like their formula. It is very easy to use. It's a very pretty color. Um just I like the smell of it even. Like the smell's amazing. But like I never really I don't gravitate to them, and I don't know why. But I did try it just to see if I liked it. So let's go ahead and get into the palette. Oh, for highlighter, Oh, highlighter, I've actually used this, which I haven't used in a while, and I don't really like it. I'll be honest, but it's the Buxom Divine Goddess. I use the shade Venus out of this little palette. They're cream highlighters. You have Venus, Luna, and Athena. Neither here nor there, really. It's pretty, but I could live without it. At the same time, it's definitely not at the top of my list. I can see why I don't grab it very often, but it is pretty nonetheless. All right, foundation is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder, and then I set with the By Terry. I just set the T-zone again with the By Terry in Rosy Light 1. I was trying the powder out again. It's alright too. Again, not my favorite. So, for concealer, I am using the Charlotte Tilbury Radiant Concealer, Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. So that's that. So let's get into this palette because we're going to start the pink shade. It's not the palette. It's not. Like, the formula's fine in it. It's just me, the color story, you know? Like, nothing wrong with the formula at all in it. It's fine. It's just me. But what I will say is, do you all have this? I don't think that this was like a huge hit, to be fair. Like, of course, I purchased it because it's in the tin packaging, and I absolutely love the tin packaging. I don't know why, but I do. And maybe when I purchased this, I did like the color story. I can't remember when this even launched. I couldn't even give you a time frame, to be fair. And but I also cannot say that I ever liked greens. So I'm like, did I? I don't know. I could have possibly and just never knew it. Who knows with me? I don't think so though. But I was trying to, find Valentine's Day pass stuff, like I said, and I feel like this is Valentine's Day pass. It could be also, like I said, Veterans Day, maybe even Memorial Day it launched. I don't know. I wouldn't think Memorial Day, but maybe. But I will say that I think this might be the last palette I have for Too Faced for Valentine's Day, though. I think. There could be one more. I'm not really for sure. Trying to figure out when these things launched is not as easy as you think. But it does create a really pretty look. I mean, to me, it's basically a neutral palette with green, a pop of gold, champagne, a green gold type color, you know? Like, it's kind of just a neutral palette. I guess in a way, it kind of looks like the mini gold. I mean, this is not Natasha Denona's, formula by no means. And I don't think there's even a pink in that palette, in the gold palette at all, or Metropolis. But that's kind of where, like, the vibes I'm getting. Granted, I like this just because it does have a pink, so that pink makes it to where I feel comfortable wearing the palette, if that makes any sense. And I don't really think I went for a green look. In a way, I did. The shade I did use is like a taupey shade, but it almost has like a green taupe dirt type color. It's weird, but it looks nice with this look, I will say that. Alright, now we're going to go into this dark brown and just start to build up the outer corner. Get some depth going. Like I said, the shadows are fine in it. They're performing well. There's no smell, so that's good. Like, everything seems to be all good and dandy. It's so cold out, you all. And to be fair, I didn't even want to get out of bed today. I just wanted to sit on the bed and just sit there all day. I really did. I know that sounds crazy, but that is the way I felt all day. I just felt drained, and I think it's because winter's starting to get to me, to be fair. I think I'm okay through winter, and each winter I say this, you know, oh, I'll be alright through this one, because I start off on a good foot, and then as Christmas rolls, New Year's, after that, I'm like, done. I don't know about you all, but that's the way I feel. I'm like, where's spring? Give me spring. Even though spring is not much better because it's rainy and it's just a mess. But I do at least prefer it to winter for sure. Alright, we're going to take that brown and line the lower lash line. And I am using Sigma brushes. I have thoughts on this one. I just think the bristles are too long. It is kind of, it's definitely pointed. It's called the tight line liner. And I guess it does kind of work for that, but my problem with it is the bristles are just too long for me. Okay, now we're going to go into this shade right here, right beside the green that I was talking about. And I'm going to try not to make a mess with it this time. I did have this all over my face, to be fair. My fault, I went in way too heavy with it. I mean, this does create a really pretty look. But you also can get this look with anything that you have in your collection, I'm sure, if you don't have this palette. But if you do have this palette, I bet you haven't played with it in a while. And it may be the incentive to pull it back out and give it a whirl. Play with it, see what looks you can get from it. I would say you can get quite a few different looks, but it's mainly going to be like lid shades that are going to change. Not so much like the base of the look. It's going to kind of stay the same. Okay, I got that one pretty good. Now I want to go into this shade right here, and we're going to put that in the inner corner. I used the Tarte Fake Awake for liner, for the waterline. I do think these shades do work well together also. But again, just not my favorite shades is all. That's it, really. Now we're going to take that dark brown, and I'm going to line the top lash line with it. See, that's what I mean. Like with the refer brush, I can just go in and go boop, 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 right? With this, the bristles are just too long to do that with, and I really want to cut them. I really, really do. But I don't want to ruin my Sigma brush either. Plus, maybe there is a day that I need longer bristles or something. I don't know. Like, I'm scared to do anything to it, but I know some people do cut their brushes to make them work for their eye shape and stuff. I just don't think I could cut my own brush. I think I would just like freak out if I did that, you know? We're going to take that pink shade again and run it under the lower lash line because I don't want to lose that pink shade. I do think it's pretty in this look. It almost softens the look and makes it almost more feminine, I guess, in a way. I just like the way the pink does everything, you know what I mean? Alright, then for mascara, we're going to go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Chocolate Mascara, the brown. I think it's time that I get a new one of these. It's starting to dry out, but we're going to use it for the top and bottom lashes. I didn't even curl my lashes today, y'all. I'm hoping once my makeup's done, I'll feel better a little bit, you know? I feel more like myself and want to get up and do something, you know? I don't know what, but something. But to be fair, I really didn't even want to get out of bed. I wanted to just sit there and watch TV all day. Maybe get a cup of hot chocolate, you know. Basically be lazy. Because it's just snowy and the roads are bad. It's so icy and cold and, you know, and there's nothing to really do other than just try to stay warm. I'm just kind of barely putting it on the lower lash line. There we go. I think I got both eyes the same. And I always do feel better after I do my makeup. I mean, that's a given, but I still don't think I want to go anywhere or do anything. But at least I feel like I feel put together enough to face the cold winter day. Alright, so that's the final look using the Valentine's Day Past Major Lip Palette by Too Faced. The lipstick kind of held, even through all my yakking and rambling. It doesn't seem to be. Yeah, it isn't even going into my lines. And I'm not wearing a lip liner. Because like I said, I was just putting it on for fun. Now I'm curious. Okay, so I'm going to continue to wear the red. I was, like I said, going to take it off. I'm not. I'm going to keep it. It's not uncomfortable, so I'm okay with wearing it. But what I'm going to do is see how long it does wear before it starts to sink into my lines. And if it stays where it's at, fairly decent, obviously I know I'm going to have to reply. So I'm going to see how it does, even like replying it through the day. Because I'm curious now. Because like I said, I know my grandma, she did not put on a lip liner. She didn't do any of that stuff, okay? She put on her brows. She put on a red lip. And maybe a little, I don't even think she wore blush. Or mascara, even, I don't think. Maybe. Like my mom, all she wore were her brows. They all had to put on their brows, which I find so funny because, like, that's the one thing I hate doing. But I think it's because mine are dark. Like, my grandmother's was very, very light, just like my mom's is very light, where mine are light, but not like theirs. You know what I mean? Like, I still fill mine in, but not like them. Like, if you've seen their faces, you can't even see the brows. You know what I mean? So I am like, I find that funny, but it's so nice to think about the past and like who wore what and like how did they get their makeup to last too, you know? But anyway, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have this palette, let me know. Or if you even had it, maybe you decluttered it. Okay. It did get on my teeth a little bit. Y'all didn't tell me. Okay, it's off. We're going to see if it stays off though. But anyway, overall, this is a pretty look. It's an everyday look. It's nothing special. But that's kind of how I feel about Too Faced anyway. To put it in a nutshell. They're pretty looks. They're easy to achieve, but they are nothing special. Okay? Like you can get the same stuff from ColourPop. But Too Faced, this is their upper hand. Packaging is adorable. Their wording to the packaging is adorable. And it is easy to use. So I feel like that's where they kind of get that upper hand a little bit with people. And of course, they're right there in front of every Ulta and Sephora. They're like right in the beginning before you even get in there, you know? So I do see where they are very popular. It's just the more I've been using them, the more I'm like, what are they really giving me? But then it's also making me realize what brands that I really do like now where I'm at. Because I do think in the beginning I really did like Too Faced, like liked them, like thought they were worth it type of thing, you know? But everybody's opinion changes, everybody grows and starts to like different things and blah blah blah. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna let you go. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that where you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday unless there's a new launch. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and stay healthy. Bye.